Thank you for joining us on another edition of National Focus. I'm Kimani Saint-Jean. Coming up, the EIA revealed that the residual impact of the drilling exercise taking place in the Roseau Valley will be moderate, and unemployed nationals are encouraged to take advantage of employment program soon to be launched by the government. Registration is now ongoing. Stay with us for details of these and other interesting stories after the break.
If you can believe this,
come by my house and let me show you some movies.
why can't you believe this? Some mothers don't believe their own children when they say they've been sexually abused, and they don't report it. Remember, if anyone asks to see or touch their private parts, touches them inappropriately, shows them or forces them to touch one's private parts, has sex with them, shows them pornographic material, or deliberately lets them hear or see the act of sex, then it is sexual abuse. Believe your child and report the sexual abuse. For more information about child abuse, contact these agencies. This message brought to you by UNICEF and this station.
Thanks for staying with us. The third round of consultations on government's proposed geothermal energy project continued this week with meetings in the communities of Trafalgar and Loda. The government of Dominica is moving ahead with plans to build a 10 to 15 megawatt power plant in Loda, which is expected to accommodate all of Dominica's electricity requirements. On Wednesday, officials from the Ministry of Energy, along with a team of French consultants from Caraïbe Environment, a Guadeloupe-based company, met with residents of Loda to reveal the results of a recently conducted environmental impact assessment. The EIA was conducted to evaluate the environmental and social impact of the project. The EIA revealed that while soil and subsoil pollution and surface water contamination would be high, the residual impact of the drilling exercise would be moderate. Measures identified to be adopted will include continuous recycling of mud and constant monitoring. The consultative meeting with residents of Loda on Wednesday also provided an opportunity for the project officer of the Geothermal Project Management Unit to give an update on the geothermal project. Alexis George revealed that so far, the government of Dominica has completed drilling and testing of 3 exploratory wells. In addition, he confirmed that earlier this month, government began drilling production and reinjection wells in Loda and Trafalgar. He noted that this phase of the project is expected to be complete in 4 months.
The production well here in Loda will be directional. We have an existing well at that site, that's the well WW3. Which is vertical. That well can be used for production as well, so to limit the interference between the 2 wells, we plan to do this new well directional so that at the end or the bottom of the well we'll have a separation, so that limits the interaction between the 2, so both wells can be used during production. Each well will take about approximately 2 months to drill. And the testing and environmental monitoring will be completed by June of 2014.
Alexis explained to residents that they should expect some slight inconvenience during the drilling of the production and reinjection wells. He said because it's a 24-hour operation, some noise is expected.
Some of the impacts that you would expect during the drilling phase, I just listed a few here. You'll have visual or landscape. Obviously, we have to clear a portion of land, and then we have equipment coming in, so obviously your landscape is going to change. You're going to have a visual impact, so you know that equipment on site. The noise, it's a 24-hour operation. 24-hour operation, so you expect heavy equipment on site, diesel generators, heavy machinery, so you expect some noise. Also, since that is a 24-hour operation, you're going to have lights, obviously, at night. During the movement of equipment, you expect some disturbance in terms of traffic on the roads. And one of the main concerns during any geothermal development is H2S gas or hydrogen sulfide.
An emergency response plan has been put in place by the Geothermal Project Management Unit, which will be activated in the event of any accidents during the drilling phase. In other news, Dominica's Energy Minister, Honorable Rayburn Blackmore, will on the evening of Thursday, November 14, 2013, participate in a high-level live panel discussion organized by the CARICOM Secretariat Energy Program at the Caribbean Media Corporation, CMC Studios, in Bridgetown, Barbados. The panel discussion forms part of CARICOM Energy Week celebrations and will include panelists from Jamaica, Belize, and Barbados. During the discussion, the CARICOM Energy Ministers will discuss the topic, "Is energy security and energy sustainability really achievable for oil importing Caribbean countries?" Honorable Blackmore will focus on renewable energy, energy efficiency development, and the enabling policy, regulatory, and legislative frameworks drawing down from the Dominican experience. Panelists will also address critical energy policy issues in their respective territories and the wider Caribbean region. The overall aim of CARICOM Energy Week is to build awareness among energy stakeholders and in particular the citizens of CARICOM on issues of sustainable energy and the actions that are necessary to transform the energy landscape in CARICOM. The panel discussion will be broadcast live across all CARICOM member states from 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. As early childhood institutions on the island observe Early Childhood Development Month in November, the island's education minister has called on the nation to be on one mission in many respects as far as the development of the island's children is concerned. Early Childhood Development Month is being observed under the theme One Mission, One Dominica, celebrating early childhood development. The minister, in a speech to formally declare the month open, expounded on some of the approaches to be adopted. He said it's important that children from 0 to 5 years are taught core values.
We are indeed on one mission to instill in our children from the tender age core values that will remain with them as they grow older, enabling them to be a resilient people, overcoming the challenges of life as they continue to build our lovely nature island, Dominica.
The minister noted that as Dominica embarks on a program to eradicate obesity in the country, the younger ones should not be excluded from this mission.
As we aim at eradicating obesity in our country, we are on one mission to ensure that our children receive the proper nourishment for their growing and developing minds and bodies, while at the same time instilling in them good eating habits. We are also on one mission to eradicate non-communicable diseases by ensuring that our nation's children are engaged in some physical activity every day whenever it is possible, and inculcating in them the love for physical development.
The minister added that the onus is on everyone to ensure that children from ages 0 to 5 receive the foundation that is needed in ensuring that they develop into well-rounded youth and adults. He applauded the many hardworking individuals at daycare centers and preschools who spend quality time with the island's children on a daily basis. Meantime, the Beaubois Preschool, in observance of Early Childhood Education Month, set out to give their students a learning experience outside the classroom on Thursday. The preschoolers got the opportunity to tour the entire GIS studios from the newsroom, where all the news is assembled, to the editing room, where our editor explained to the students just what happens there.
That's where we edit the GIS news every day. Okay? So before you see the news on your TV, somebody have to sit down there every day and edit the news. It may just be one day. And edit the news every day. Okay? So before you see the news on your TV, you have to go through this machine before it goes.
Early childhood education, defined by UNESCO, is the period from birth to 8 years old, a time of remarkable brain growth. These years lay the foundation for subsequent learning and development. The purpose of the month of activities is to create awareness within surrounding communities, amongst parents, the preschoolers, and the institutions visited. After getting acquainted with the working of news production, the preschoolers were enthusiastic about serenading us with a song and ended their tour with a prayer in Creole. Early Childhood Education Month was in previous years celebrated in June and was changed to November to give the children the chance to participate in national activities, instilling in them a love for country. In more news, 25 regional and local individuals are meeting at Garre Hotel to participate in a 2-day workshop. The workshop, facilitated by the Caribbean Water and Sewerage Association of St. Lucia in collaboration with DOWASCO, will end on Friday, November 15, 2013. Participants from Anguilla, Antigua, Cayman Islands, Grenada, Montserrat, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent joined participants from Dominica to develop a clear understanding of their role and responsibilities in effective procurement and warehouse or stores inventory operations. Bernard Echenoff, General Manager of DOWASCO, in his introductory remarks at the workshop, revealed that while other areas of business are given attention for training and workshops, procurement, which is an essential area, has been somewhat neglected.
We believe that this is important. It is integral to the effective management of water utilities in particular, as we spend large sums of money on purchases, on storage of these items that we purchase.
He went on to list essential reasons why procurement is important.
It is critical to financing and financial management of these organizations and institutions for several reasons. If you overstock, you are tying up a lot of the company's finances in assets that may be slow moving. Over time, you're going to have to probably make provisions for writing off some of those assets because they become obsolete over time. If you understock, you find yourselves having to rush orders from time to time, and any rush order costs a lot more money. Obsolete inventory costs money. And very critical are items that could be lost through theft, maybe, and things like that, all of which result in lost finances to those companies.
Echenoff stated that the effective management of procurement is with a view to ultimately providing better customer service.
All of those are in an effort to ensure that our utilities are better managed, we provide and deliver better customer service to our customers, and at the end of the day, we all operate efficient utilities.
The 2-day workshop is expected to provide real solutions for procurement, inventory, and maintenance of warehouse and storeroom personnel. The facilitators are Dennis Lord, Executive Director of IMS Business Academy, who has 25 years experience in conducting consultancy for companies around the world, and Sherry Barron, Director of Operations of IMS Business Academy, who will share specific skills for improved communication and negotiation. Other local companies joining the DOWASCO procurement staff for these sessions include Dominica Agricultural Producers and Exporters Limited, Dominica Brewery and Beverages Limited, PDV Carib, Public Works Corporation, and Valley Engineering. In more news, the island's education minister believes this year's independence theme can remain relevant long after the season has passed. Minister Honorable Peter Saint-Jean explained further during his address at the National Youth Rally earlier this month.
I urge you and the rest of the citizens of our beloved country to unite and work as one people, putting Dominica first in all that you do. It is incumbent on each one of us, as individuals, as communities, to make this theme a catalyst to our desires to promote and to develop Dominica. Young men and young women, I urge you to break that cycle that continues to contaminate our progression to prosperity. One mission, one Dominica, celebrating 35, calls on us to set aside our differences. The issue which seeks to separate us, and instead direct our attention to that which we share in common, the issues which unite us as a people.
In that vein, Honorable Saint-Jean told the students how they can contribute to One Mission, One Dominica.
Your role as students involves taking a stand for positive things. You need to take a stand for education. Take a stand for hard work, for unity, cooperation, and togetherness. Take a stand for discipline and good conduct.
The education minister then told parents that they are major players in the education process and that their duties are basic and very significant. He stated that the role of parents complements his ministry's goal.
My sincere gratitude goes to the many parents, educators, and all other community members for their support towards improving the education system and moving us closer to accomplishing the vision where every child succeeds. You, my friends, have a very important role to play in the shaping of your children's future and success. The teachers cannot do it alone. You, the parents, have to step up to the plate, because without your cooperation and without your continued and unwavering support, all the hard work of our teachers here at school might just prove to be in vain. You should never stop believing in your children and never cease to make the sacrifices where necessary to ensure that they live up to their fullest potential.
Honorable Saint-Jean made sure to underscore that parents' own educational limits should not discourage them from participating in their children's education.
Of course, I know that you too might have your own challenges. The ever-present financial challenges, the challenges of feeling inadequate in continuing the teaching process at home because of your own limitations. But it is then that you have to do what you have to do. You have to find innovative ways to be part of their education. You have to learn to make the right choices, to set your priorities right.
And finally, Minister for Employment, Trade, Industry and Diaspora Affairs, Honorable Dr. Colin McIntyre, has urged Dominicans to register for the National Employment Program recently announced by government. The National Employment Program, which is set to be officially launched on Monday, December 2nd, 2013, is expected to engage over 400 Dominicans through direct employment initiatives. At a press conference on Tuesday, Minister McIntyre stated that the National Employment Program demonstrates government's seriousness towards creating employment for the people of Dominica.
There's a drive on through the Employment and Small Business Agency where we are registering young persons throughout Dominica who are interested, and I speak with young sometimes, but we're speaking about Dominicans who are unemployed, who can, who have a skill and they would like to, be employed. We would like them to go to the Small Business Opportunity, the Employment Agency, and register with the unit, because on the 2nd of December, we plan to launch this program. And this program, in the launch of this program, we want to carry out all the initiatives I'm speaking about, and also to some of the other interest areas as time goes on where we can empower people. And the aim of this government is to make sure, and we speak of the Dominica Labour Party, you must understand that, to make sure we provide employment for people. And we're not going to sit by and look out for, say, some major thing happening from outside to come into Dominica. We have to create employment for our people, and we're looking within. And that's the difference with this government.
The minister dismissed a large figure promises of employment by novice political leaders as unrealistic political gimmicks. Minister McIntyre says this program is designed to empower people through on-the-job training, thus giving them an opportunity to create a better life for themselves and their families. Please take note that to benefit from this program, interested people are being asked to register at the Small Business and Employment Unit located on the first floor of the Financial Center in Roseau by Friday, November 15, 2013. And that's all for the English segment of the news. McPherson St. Luce is up next with Creole Highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à ces nouvelles en créole. Non, moi, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, compagnie de l'eau CAWASA, en collaboration avec Dominica, a tenu un workshop de jours qui a mis attention à ce management de l'eau. Plusieurs officiers compagnie de l'eau régionale, ensemble avec Dominica, quand on a information contre l'opération management de l'eau, des officiers du Canada qui ont facilité le workshop là, qui a pris place en hôtel Gavaway en Roseau. M. Edward Regis, c'est officier de relations publiques pour la compagnie de Wasco.
CAWASA fait une manœuvre et a coordonné le workshop ensemble avec Dawasco. Nous menons différents pays en région avec qui ont participer à un workshop qui est bien important. Ça qui est procurement avec warehouse management. Ça est important parce que là où ka potuer bagay ba compagnie, là où ka perdre l'argent avec ça workshop ça a fait, il a aidé ses participants pour ça apprendre comment pour manager ces biens en storeroom dans n'importe organisation. C'est pour une organisation comme Dawasco, c'est une organisation pour tuer pipe, pour tuer différents bitins, pour faire l'organisation à marcher. Avec les c'est ça qui a perdu, les gens qui ont volé, les pas ni bon, nous pas compter bien. Avec bien important parce que si vous avez perdu l'argent dans l'organisation, c'est bagay là où j'ai pas tuer, ou même quand il perd l'argent tout bonnement. Comme ça, workshop là, aujourd'hui avec demain, quand montrer ces gens-là comment pour ça manager ça primaire avec nous bien contents workshop ça.
À la nouvelle, le gouvernement Dominica a conduit un programme pour faire Dominicien taper de travail. Selon le ministre de l'Employment, Honorable Dr. John Colin McIntyre, il y a une initiative neuf qui est lancée à le 10 décembre l'année 2013. Il y a un aspect programme salam, c'est programme appointi.
Nous, actuellement, tous ces gens-là qui viennent, ils ont registré, et puis l'office et puis ils ont mené noyau, ils ont mené qui place, ils ont sorti, et puis qui qualité skill, qui qualité travail, les fait, et puis nous avons gardé pour faire apprendre toutes ces qualités, comme si on connaît code pour faire furniture, pour tile, pour bien wash, comme si on peut faire en mi, toutes ces qualités by ça. Avec ça c'est apprenticeship programme, ça c'est nous avons on des toits pour nous qui les connaître qui planter plan comme c'est des landscaping, toutes ces building nous y a Roseau et tout on Dominique because nous avons fait ces qualités comme ça mais nous pas qu'à mettre un pour partir plat pour yo ka qui ça landscaping. So nous le faire mon apprendre comment nous ça fait ça, comment yo ça lever plat, qui qualité manière on pour faire tout ça. Avec ces jeunes moun qui fait ces bail ça, nous que mettre à place là moun qui ka fait plat. Nous parlons l'eau moun qui fait plat Dominique, mais moun qui ka fait plat Dominique, nous ça mettre là, nous ça fait yo apprendre bail. So ça c'est yon ces bail là.
En la nouvelle, président Dominique His Excellency Charles Savren a fait parole qui est obligatoire sinon loi qui moun occupé famille ayo qui à l'âge. Président Savren fait parole cela pendant l'organisation President Charity fait présentation pour 9 organisations charitables en l'année. Il dit c'est en honte pour les enfants abandonnés par ayo qui occupé yo pendant le temps ils étaient jeunes. Premier ministre Honorable Roosevelt Skerritt déjà fait parole qu'a créé pour occupation par en pays là. Président Savren en même temps continue visite aujourd'hui, Opération Youthquake et puis l'occasion Mont Camel. Finalement, même parlement pour la plaine, Honorable Peter Saint-Jean, bien plaisir pour le projet qui a pris place en continuant à présent. Sinon, Honorable Saint-Jean, on a l'argent qu'a dépensé à ces projets là.
Nous avons une groundbreaking ceremony pour police station. Nous avons dépensé 3,2 millions de dollars pour bâtir un police station neuf en la plaine. Et aussi, en délice, nous avons un projet DBNTF, ça c'est chemin Cousson Road. Là, nous avons fait un chemin sur mon délice que ça naviguer et aller en Caraïbe. Et ça c'est un grand projet qui pour pas en longtemps c'est mon la yoka espérer. Et Jean Dijon mon ça dit qui projet ça la cap en place. Aussi nous just fini un morceau chemin concrete un grand chemin délice. Ça c'est from police gas station là pour descendre pour arriver pont Soubaya. Nous just dépensé plus qui 100 000 $1000 pour faire projet ça là. Et aussi autant en parlement quand on plein fil là en la plaine, nous fini bâtiment là et actuellement nous avons adressé un problème qui nous tenait les deux jeunes hommes là morts en pont cassé puisque gloire était fouillé fil là même ça c'est place là où on jouer grand ball là et actuellement nous avons adressé problème so moi quoi à partir de 6 mois encore nous que ni plein fil nous en bon ordre.
Messieurs mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelle en créole pour présent. Non moi c'est McPherson St. Louis. Au revoir.
Coming up next, the tip of the day.
Do you have uncovered water storage drums around your home? Do you dispose of old tires, cans and old containers capable of holding water anywhere in your environment? Are you being bitten by mosquitoes, particularly at dusk and early morning? Do you keep houseplants in water? Do you spend your hard-earned cash to control mosquitoes? Has your community experienced dengue fever outbreaks? If your answer is yes to at least 3 questions above, you are at risk to dengue fever. Join the fight against dengue fever. The responsibility for a dengue-free Dominica lies with you. So, get rid of the Aedes aegypti mosquito.
Despite this being one of the most important food groups and having many health benefits, majority of the population aren't eating enough fruits and vegetables. This is surprising considering the goodness it provides and the huge variety available in shops nowadays. The easiest way to raise the amount of fruit and vegetables that you eat is to snack on them rather than chocolate, crisps, and other snacks. Here are a few other simple ways to include fruits and vegetables in your diet. Have a glass of fresh fruit juice with your breakfast, a portion of dried fruit as a mid-morning snack, a salad with your lunch, and a portion of steamed vegetables with your dinner. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Friend us on our Facebook page and be sure to like our GIS Dominica fan page. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire news production team, I'm Kimani Saint-Jean. Thank you so much for watching.